Behind me is nothing. But by the end of this challenge, I'm gonna have my dream car back there. The only issue is I've only got a budget of £1,000. And on top of that, I've never bought, sold or fixed a car before in my life. We're gonna start small, fix them up one by one and get to the dream car. Now this is my current car, the Jaguar F-Type V6S. And I know what you're probably thinking, this is a dream car. However, there's only two problems with it. Number one, this car is on finance and it's costing me £425 a month. Number two, if I had more money, would this be the car that I wanted to get? Probably not. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. When I say dream car, I'm probably thinking Lamborghini or Ferrari. That isn't quite the caliber of car I'm going for. The car that I'm actually going for is a lot more attainable than that. So if you want to find out what car it is, make sure you stick around to the end of this video. So to recap, I'm starting from scratch with £1,000, flipping cars one by one until I can buy my dream car. No finance, bought outright. Episode 1 of flipping cars until I can afford my dream car. Let's begin. Yeah, okay. So, I am on the way to pick up my new car. I found this car on Facebook yesterday night. I saw it and I thought, for the price that's up for, that seems like a bit of a no-brainer. So, and it just happens to be probably about half a mile away from me. So I'm literally walking from my house to go and pick it up. But I'm very excited and I'll show you what I'm getting in a second. I just bought this BMW Z3 for £700. Similar ones on the internet are going for anywhere from £2,000 to £3,000, but somehow I managed to pick this up for an absolute bargain. Okay, I just wanted to jump in and give a little bit of a disclaimer here. As you can probably tell by the length of my hair in this video, this was shot way earlier in this year. And as the video goes on, you'll see my hair growing scene by scene. It's actually taken the last 7 months to record this video, so a little like for the effort would be much appreciated. Please do make sure you are subscribed to see the rest of the journey. But let's get back to showing you exactly why the BMW Z3 was so cheap. Come on! Oh, I almost dislocated my shoulder. This car is on 86,600 miles. This dash is certainly showing its age and we are missing a stereo. This window, oh, and it's just decided to go up fine. Oh, I think something does need sorted out because if I press that again, see, I'm pressing it now and it's, oh. I mean, it goes down, but sometimes it needs some help. The car is pretty spot on in terms of paint, but there is a little bit of rust. I think that needs sorted. There's a little bit of bubbling under the paintwork here. The wheels, I mean, they're not in terrible condition for, what, 26 years old? This is probably the worst wheel. You can see it's missing the center cap. They do show little signs of age, but I think they look absolutely class for how old they are. Coming around the car here, no scrapes, no dinks, no bumps. I really can't figure out why this car was so cheap. When I was speaking to the guy that was selling it, he basically told me that he was buying a van the same day and he wanted to do out the garden, so he needed the money. He was getting shouted at for selling it for so cheap. So I think I've actually might have come across a proper bargain here. Okay, so I do have a bit of a confession at this point in the video. After I shot this section of the video, I basically ended up falling in love with this car. I started daily driving it and I started driving it way more than I was driving my Jaguar as well. I honestly can't tell you how much fun this car was to drive, and especially at the start of summer when the sun is out and you have the roof down, it was just so much fun. But anyway, I did end up putting this Blaupunkt radio in, which was Bluetooth enabled as well, so I could play my music through the car, and on top of that, it had a very retro style, so it really blended in nicely with the rest of the interior. So I was hoping that that would give some added value to the car while also maintaining its kind of like original look. I did also try and fix the driver's side window, but I didn't manage to get it fixed, and I also stupidly deleted the footage of it, so I don't know what I'm going to put in here. But because the window did technically work, it just didn't work as it should. I kind of was happy enough just to leave it and sell it on. But anyway, when it came to wanting to actually sell the car, I wanted to get a fresh MOT, so it was far more attractive to buyers that it was MOT certified for another year. So when I went to go and get it MOT'd, it ended up failing because of the front right suspension, so I had to get that sorted. Not something I want to tackle myself at the minute because I just do not feel confident enough. But after that, I did manage to get it successfully MOT'd. And then then it came to taking as high quality pictures as I possibly could to get it listed on Facebook Marketplace. So I tried and gave it a nice background, made sure that the car looked attractive in the photos and it looked relatively professional. Not to the highest level, but enough to grab someone's attention. And I think I've got to say I did a pretty good job, especially compared to the original listing where I bought it off. And once I did all of this and the car was listed, I ended up getting loads of offers. I did end up selling the car to this really nice guy, and we came to an agreement of £1,750. So if you minus £262 for the suspension to be fixed, £100 for the Bluetooth radio which I installed myself, and then £700 for the car, minus that from the £1,750 that the car sold for, that is a total profit of £688. For the first flip, not bad at all, especially for the fact that I didn't really do anything to the car apart from have to pay for the suspension. Anyway, since I feel I didn't do a great recording of this flip start to finish, the next flip that I did, I made sure that I recorded absolutely everything. So for the second flip, let's go. Okay, so I've been looking for what car I might buy for a few days now. I've managed to find this BMW 1 Series, which is currently listed for £850. Now the guy said it has an issue with the exhaust, so there's smoke coming out of the bottom of it. But I think if I'm able to get it welded up for a couple of £100, clean up the car a bit, I should be able to flog it on for a decent amount of money. Potentially anywhere from £1,500 to £2,000. And on top of that, I've managed to negotiate the price to £750 rather than £850. So I've saved myself £100 there, but I'll try and video as much of it as possible and we'll see what happens. Hello mate, how you doing?
So and you?
Ben. Hi. Any bumps or anything?
No, there's nothing. No.
Nothing?
I've had new disc and pads on the back. Obviously I had new turbo now.
How long have you had it?
New fires now before I had it.
Oh, was it? So you've had it quite a while. I mean, it's seen better days, but the run's fine, so. I've just had a look at the exhaust bit. It looks like it potentially just needs reattached. Smashed wing mirror, but that should be cheap. Oh shit, I went the wrong way. He literally just said, turn right, and I was like, oh yeah, turn right. Yeah, I think that's the exhaust, because it's loose, so I think it's like knocking. But I think the engine's sound, gearbox is sound. It drives spot on, to be fair. Just a little concerned with that exhaust, but I think it's going to be a little bit of a gamble if I buy this, because if I buy it and take it to the garage and the garage says it's going to be £500 to fix, that's going to run into my margins. But I ran this through Car Vertical just now and it said the car's value on the low end would be worth £4,000, and I'm potentially looking at buying this for £750, I said. I just want to pause this right here because there is a massive issue with this car that I have not spotted for some reason on this test drive, and it is going to absolutely cost me later in this video. So I'm going to give you a second. Can you spot it? Yep, that's right. There's a Christmas tree on the dashboard, and I don't know why, but I've just completely decided to ignore it. There's 3 lights on here for the airbag, the seatbelt, and the brakes. But anyway, I'll get to that later in the video. So, if I can get it sorted for pretty cheap, obviously it needs a new wing mirror, it's gonna need a good old clean. I think, is this the right way? Is this the way I've just came? Oh shit, I need to turn around. He's gonna think I've just done off with this car. Sorry mate, I took the wrong turn off the roundabout. Yeah, no, I'm happy enough with it. Like, no! You just happy enough bank transfer?
Wait, I'm in.
Yeah.
God!
Nice one, mate.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
All right then. All right. Okay, so today we've got quite a bit going on for the BMW 1 Series. First of all, we have the wing mirror that is currently broken, right side. Hopefully this is the right colour. Let's have a look. So it looks like we've got the wrong wing mirror and the wrong colour. We'll see what we're going to do with that. But yeah, I'm going to take the car to see an exhaust specialist, see how much it's going to cost to fix the exhaust, and then after that we're going to pick up some wheels from about 45 minutes away, so a little bit of a road trip. Just had the guys at the exhaust doctor look at it, and it is just a flexi pipe replacement, so £180 plus VAT. Other than that, we're going to be picking up the new set of wheels today, the M Sport wheels, hopefully. Get them on this weekend and then get this new wing mirror sorted. That should be about it. Okay, so I picked up a new set of wheels for the car from Facebook Marketplace, which look way better than the old horrible scuffed black ones. These cost me about £180 after I did manage to barter a couple of quid off them, but I think they add so much more value to the car and it looks way better than it did before. I did end up roping my friend and Nathan for this task to change them, and it took way longer than I thought it would. Pretty much every single wheel that we were trying to get off was seized to the car because I think they'd been on there for so long. So even once all of the bolts were off of each wheel, we basically had to kick them as hard as we can until they fell off. But fortunately, after a little bit of persuasion, they eventually did. And while I was doing this, I did get a rather unfortunate surprise. What the fuck? Oh no! Oh no! That's a pigeon.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's awful. Do I take it out now or do I take it out later?
Worry about getting the wheel off.
Oh no! So we eventually did manage to get all of the wheels off and get the new wheels on, and once they were on, my word, was the car transformed. If you ask me, wheels are probably the most vital part of the visuals of a car. And if you have a good set of wheels on the car, it will make the world of difference. Look at that, man. I think that looks 10 times better. I think it looks way better than it did before.
Wheel style is much better.
Yeah. Hopefully it adds a couple of quid to the value. Thanks for helping. Enjoy work.
Have you broken knee?
Okay, so 2 jobs to do today. Number 1, sort out these terrible kidney grills which are being scratched all the way up. We have these new ones down here. And then number 2, we have this terrible wing mirror which is smashed all the way. Let's get into it. Okay, so I'm going to go and release the bonnet to put the kidney grills in, and when I pull the bonnet, it's not even connected. So I can't open the bonnet and I have to figure out how to reconnect this thing so I can change the kidney grills. So at this point you can see just how dirty this car is, as I'm pretty sure it has been living on a farm. But anyway, I spent about the next half an hour taking off this lever to try and get to the pulling wire to see if I can fix it, and I eventually did, and this is what was wrong. So the bonnet won't open. So I've just done all of that for no reason. Fantastic. Okay, because I can't do the bonnet for now, I'm gonna have to leave the kidney grills. But since we're here, we're gonna take off this door card, take off this little bit here, and replace the wing mirror, and that'll be today's job. At this point, what I had to do was undo all of the door clips, and then get behind the speaker and unscrew all of the screws that are keeping the wing mirror in. You can just come out, you little Okay. There we go. I swear to God, if this doesn't fit, I will not be happy. Oh, it looks alright. Fingers crossed. And then finally, put everything back together and screw everything back in tightly. Time to test and see if this actually works. Ah, there we go, it's working. Haha! Thank God it did fit and it managed to actually work as well. This is how it looks. There we go. Perfect. I mean, it is different to the other one, but is it really worth getting another one to match for 30 quid and doing all of that over again? I'm not sure, but that'll do for now. Let's see what's next. Okay, so I've had the car for about 4 weeks now, and I have been on holiday, but it's taken longer than I wanted to turn this thing around, but honestly, it's starting to piss me off. I can't get the bonnet open because the latch is not connected, so I have to find a way to get the bonnet open without the latch working. I'm wearing the gloves because I've just been trying to get it open. Got to get the exhaust pipe fixed, that's booked in for this week, 180 quid or something. And then I've also got to sort out the airbags sensor or whatever it is. Had it diagnosed, apparently it's something to do with the battery, potentially the wiring or something's corroded, so I have to have that looked at. And I'm not sure it's going to turn a profit at this point. Losing my patience with this car, kind of already starting to regret this challenge. Guess we've got no other choice. Let's keep going. At this point I thought, you know what, if I can get through the kidney grills, I can probably open the bonnet latch. So I decided to basically just start snapping the current kidney grills because I know I have the new ones. And I'm thinking at this point things really can't get any worse, can they?
It can.
And of course, it absolutely hides it down. God really does not want me to fix this car, but it is what it is. Honestly, I just wish that bonnet would open. Been trying to get this car bonnet open for ages, and I've just been on my way to work, and it's magically opened. So now I'm at work, about to go in the office, and I've got to leave it like that. Right, I've just spent half an hour, 45 minutes trying to get the bonnet open again. Somehow, this week when I was going to work in the car, the bonnet just magically opened after I spent about 2 hours trying to open it the day before. And when I was at work, I was like, I'm not going to close it. I'm going to leave it open because hopefully I can get something done tonight when I go home. But I wasn't able to do that night. And then the next day I had to get it sent to the exhaust doctor. So I thought, it's a long drive. I probably want to have the bonnet closed. So I slammed it closed, and now I can't get it open again. So I feel like I'm just gonna give up on that part because honestly, it's pissing me off so much. I really wish, like, it's getting to the point where I really wish I didn't buy this car. It just seems like everything's wrong with it. I really should have clocked it better when I test drove it. I don't know. I'll check in with you when I'm next doing something with the car.
At this point, I was absolutely finished with this car. I absolutely despised having it in my possession, and I wanted to get rid of it as fast as possible. I didn't even care about making a profit anymore. So since the exhaust flexi pipe was now fixed, I sent it off to get the electronics issue fixed in order to get the lights off the dash, which would make it MOT worthy, because at this point it was about to run out of its MOT. This ended up costing me about £200. Once that was complete, the final thing, or what I thought would be the final thing to get finished, was the bonnet latch. So I sent it to a garage again because I obviously couldn't do it myself, and this ended up costing me £250. But to put the cherry on top, while the car was there, the garage rang me to say that one of the rear shocks needed replaced, and this would cost me an additional £175. Now, every single drop of hope that I had for potentially making any profit on this car was out of the window, and I knew I was about to take a loss.
Okay, so today is the day where I can finally get the BMW tested. If it does pass the test, then I can officially sell it after, 3 months? It's been an absolute pain in the arse. I really, really hope it passes the MOT because I cannot be bothered to spend any more money on it. Can't be bothered to spend any more time on it. It's just been an absolute nightmare of a car, so fingers crossed it actually passes.
So I finally dropped the car off to get its MOT and picked it up, and it was finally the moment of truth.
Did the MOT, and thank God it has passed. But now it's time to get these awful wheels out because I've had it like this for the last 3 months. Get the wheels out, get the tools out, get the wheels sold, and get this car cleaned and up for sale because it is absolutely disgusting right now.
My God, I had waited so long to finally get to this point. Now it was time to basically clean out the car entirely. Since it had obviously been living on some kind of farm before and it was an absolute mess, it was quite a bit to do. So I started by taking out all of the mats, giving the whole dash a wipe down because it was absolutely covered in dust, hoovered out all of the footwells, cleaned the dirty leather, cleaned out the boot as well, and basically got the car to a very, very nice place where it was really clean and didn't look new obviously because it's a 15-year-old car, but it looked really good considering how it was before. And then finally, once that was all complete and the car was clean, now that the bonnet latch was actually fixed, I could actually get in under the bonnet and swap out the grills. A quick little process, had to undo a couple of screws and eventually was able to slot them straight in. And then finally, once that was done, I was able to go ahead and take pictures to get this car finally listed. Oh my God, I've waited so long for this and I can't wait to finally get rid of this car. Again, the most important thing being here, the quality of the pictures, making sure you have a really good background, high quality photos, highlight the features as much as you possibly can, and show everything around the car as effectively as possible. Once that was done, I got the listing straight up and listed it for, I think it was 2,500 first, and then after a week I had radio silence basically, so brought it down to about £2,000 and then 1,900, and then finally had my first inquiry and had someone come to look at the car, take it for a test drive and potentially get it sold, and this is what happened.
Hiya mate, you alright? Alright. Yeah, not too bad yourself.
Alright. Alright, it's tidy, like, isn't it?
Yeah, not too bad. There's the keys there if you want to take a nab around.
Yeah, you jump in with us and
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I'd be a little there, so it's sweet, yes, it's Honestly, it's smooth as out. Like, are you happy with the 15 for it? Are you? What you?
So I'm into it for 1800.
Yeah,
so what do you reckon? Can you work with us?
Hi. What's the lowest you would sort of go on it? Like,
Yes.
I respect you put money into it.
So you're at 15. I've got it up for 19. Can we meet at 175? And then I've lost 50 quid on it.
175. Yeah.
Is that all right?
Aye. I'm happy with that. Aye, it's on. So
Yeah, why? No rush. I'll get the.
Okay, you ready for a bank transfer?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
that sound.
I'll just get the V5. Oh my god, we did it. We've actually finally got rid of the BMW 1 Series, which has been the bane of my life for the past 3-4 months. I'm not entirely sure, but I honestly thought I was never going to get rid of that car, so I can't tell you how happy I am that I've actually got rid of it and I've actually managed to sell it. So before I unveil what my dream car is, which I'll be buying at the end of this challenge, let's quickly break down the numbers for the BMW 1 Series and see if I've made a profit or if I've made a loss. I bought the car for £750. The repairs list included: number 1, the exhaust flexi pipe, which was £216, the wing mirror, which was £25, the wheels, which were £180, the airbag and seatbelt lights, which were sorted for £200, the grills were £20, the front light bulb was £10, the bonnet latch replacement was £250, and the rear shock absorber was £175. So that leaves a total repair list of £1,076. Way more than I thought I would be spending on this car. Honestly, I can't believe how much I spent. So the total invested, £1,076, plus what I bought the car for, £750, equals a total of £1,826 spent on that car. Having sold it for £1,750, that means the loss is a total of £76, which in hindsight isn't great, but am I really that bothered? Like, a £76 loss. I've learned so much. I've learned to like really look over cars properly when I'm test driving them, because how the did I miss that? There's just so many things that I did wrong on that BMW 1 Series, and I've learned a lot of lessons going into the next one, and I'd rather learn those lessons now at the start while things are relatively cheap. I'm looking at this as if it was a £76 lesson. If we minus that £76 loss from the BMW Z3 profit, which was £688, that is a total profit from the first 2 cars of £612, which, to be in the green after 2 cars, I'm still pretty proud of. So I've learned many lessons to move into the next cars that I'm going to buy. And speaking of the next car, I'm going to work with a budget of £1,750. So please do make sure you are subscribed to see what car it is I'm going to buy next. I'm literally looking at the cars right now to see what I can find. But to finally put an end to your wait, what car is it that I'll be buying at the end of this challenge? It is the Jaguar F-Type. You probably could have guessed it from the rest of the videos on my channel, but I have an absolute love for the Jaguar F-Type. The only thing is, I don't want to own one on finance, and I want to have the V8 engine rather than the V6, so I'm going to be shooting for a Jaguar F-Type V8R. So if you would like to see me complete this challenge and get that car one day, please do again remember to subscribe, hit that like button, and leave any comments you can. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.